Sir John, thank you very much indeed for joining us. On the face of it, to be 13 points behind a block of wood called Sir Keir Starmer, it must be the crowning achievement of Boris Johnson's political career. How did it come to this?
Essentially, George, because since the beginning of November, the question of Boris Johnson's probity and more recently his honesty has become the dominant political question of the day, and a majority of the electorate, at least, including many a person who voted Conservative in 2019, have now come to have doubts about his probity and are certainly inclined to the view that he's not always been telling the truth about the various parties stroke gatherings that are alleged to have taken place during the course of lockdown. This story really begins with the attempt to try and avoid the suspension of Owen Paterson, the former Conservative MP for North Shropshire, who'd been upbraided by the Standards Committee for lobbying ministers on behalf of companies that he was being paid to as a consultant, and that's against the rules of the House of Commons. He tried to avoid him being suspended. There was an almighty row. 24 hours later, he did an about turn, but that began to raise questions about what Boris Johnson's judgment and about his ethics. And then, of course, we had now infamous video released on the 7th of December, which showed Allegra Stratton, his former spokesperson, struggling in a mock press conference to defend a gathering that supposedly took place in December 2020 when England was under fairly substantial lockdown.